Joining me now, Esperanza Massana-Crane. She is the Arkansas Economic Development Commission's Director of Small Business and Entrepreneurship Development. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, as always.
You doing well?
Doing well,
Yeah,
thank you.
I like the green. It's bright. It's fall. It's good.
Fall.
It's strong. Yeah.
I can use it in the spring as well.
That's
because
right.
It works.
We had a lot happening with entrepreneurship and small business development in Arkansas. You're here to talk about some of that today. I want to begin with something called 75 Strong. For people that don't know what the phrase is all about and what the program is all about, tell me about 75 Strong.
75 Strong is an exciting initiative that we launched this year, in addition to two others. There is a gap in the state when it comes to the availability of resources for small businesses and entrepreneurs. If you think about it, most of them are concentrated largely in Northwest Arkansas and Central Arkansas for the most part. This initiative is meant to train and equip community leaders, economic developers around the state in small business and entrepreneurship. The goal is for them to develop strategies that work alongside with their economic development strategies so that we can grow small businesses and entrepreneurs. And for example, there is an organization called the International Economic Development Council, which is highly recognized. This program will be putting about 50 of these applicants into a course so that they can get the entrepreneurial development certification, which is wonderful. It'll be recognized, through the organization and its education, and we're investing in that.
All right, the Arkansas Resource Hub, another kind of initiative here that might not be a household name, although I know you're working on that. So what does that encompass under that umbrella?
So that is a partnership with the Office of Entrepreneurship and Innovation at the University of Arkansas, and we have been working on this for a while. Again, resources for entrepreneurs are all over, and sometimes it's very hard to find them, and you have to go to and search them, obviously one by one. This tool, fueled by EcoMap Technologies, puts everything together in one. So basically, you can look for resources, say, for funding related, or if you're looking for resources for tech startups, and it'll pull all the resources in the state. In addition, events, which I think is one that is very hard. You have so many events around the state. Yeah. Through this tool, it's all confined into one space, and you can see what's available in your region, particularly for what type of business that you have, and attend those events if interested.
As a person that has to cover a lot of business news, particularly in the entrepreneurship space, it is splintered all the time, which that's kind of part of the nature of entrepreneurship too, is that stuff sprouts up and there's pockets and little ecosystems here and there, and that's healthy actually to have all of that, but to pull it all under one resource or one umbrella, definitely helpful when you're trying to get something off the ground and focus.
Absolutely, and it's something that we need adoption, and we need for organizations to use it and for entrepreneurs and small businesses to use it to make the best out of it.
All right, There's an accelerator program that you guys, a fuel accelerator program. I think this is with Startup Junkie
Well, we have multiple. So and so this is a program from the state that we fund the accelerator programs that are their objective is to work with technology and technology-based companies so that we can help them scale, so that we can provide mentorship and coaching for these companies. Usually these programs are from 8 weeks to 12 weeks, so it's a very fast-paced program. There will be more to come, but for fiscal year 25, we will be funding a total of 11 accelerators in a variety of industries that go from agtech, supply chain, aerospace and defense, AI and machine learning. I
think logistics is probably in there.
Yes, so very exciting because it's a diversity of industry for sure.
Finance, banking?
Yes, business driven, yes.
Yeah, right, okay. So these accelerator programs, like you said, it's an intense, you're in it for a 2 to 3 month period. You get all the kind of resources that are there. What happens to the companies that come out? What are you tracking to know that investment you guys made was one that was beneficial from a taxpayer perspective?
Absolutely. So the idea is also for these companies to become mentors for companies that come, as a result of this accelerator. That's where Arise comes in as well. And Arise is growing this group of subject matter experts. So they are recruiting subject matter experts that some are paid positions, some are not. But the idea is to grow this technology-based sector in the state. So a lot of these companies come back and give back in the sense of being a mentor and assisting other early stage companies.
You mentioned earlier that Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas, that's where we see the most kind of entrepreneurship activity. There are things happening in other places in the state. There may not be as robust as those two corridors that we just mentioned right there. Is it important to find ways to get entrepreneurship and resources going in other places, or is it best to focus on the two areas where we see the greatest strength and stay focused in that area?
Oh no, we want to grow the whole state, and that's the reason why Arise has a very strong emphasis in covering the entire state. A success story is actually G&H Decoys, which it's a company that relocated to Arkansas, creating 75
I think from
jobs.
Oklahoma to Walnut Ridge, maybe?
At Corning, yes.
Oh, Corning, that's
yeah.
right. Yep.
And actually, the way it started was through a conversation with Arise. Chris Adams, if you're familiar with him, he used to lead the Northwest Arkansas Tech Summit, and he's been fantastic program director for Arise. I mean, incredibly dynamic. And so he started having conversations. They became one of the clients, and obviously then it transitioned into the chamber getting involved and the community, but that is one of the goals. 75 strong, same thing. It stands for the 75 counties in the state, so the reach is the entire state, especially our rural areas. Applications for the 75 Strong program, I must remind everyone, it's December 1.
Okay.
So if you're interested, by all means, please apply. It's a wonderful program. And also just hired a program director for that program. This is led by conductor, but Drew Smith will be leading.
Can you find
these
the
efforts.
information for the deadline filing on AEDC website?
You can find it, and also it is 75strongarkansas.com.
75strongarkansas.com. All right. I got about a minute left here. Just very quickly, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing in Northwest Arkansas in terms of entrepreneurship. We're all obviously up there and reporting on a lot of things through the Northwest Arkansas Business Journal, one of our sister pubs. But I just can't keep up with the pace that's up there. There's so much.
Yes, so we were part of an event, a very exciting event last week, as a matter of fact. Serafina Lalani with the Northwest Arkansas Council is doing a terrific job and the Northwest Arkansas Council in bringing venture capital into the state. So this event actually brought 35 VCs from 11 different states, and
Wow.
and this is the second one from an earlier event that they had in February. And excuse me, the goal is to bridge this gap in early stage funding for Arkansas-based companies. So it's a lot of dynamism. It was very exciting to be in that room and just see the diversity and entrepreneurship. And I think it speaks a lot to what the state has been doing as a whole, with a lot of collaboration among partners, but also the fact that we can't tout that we have a low cost of doing business. The administration, Governor Sanders, have been hard at working, cutting taxes, both corporate and personal income taxes, but also creating this favorable environment. I cannot emphasize enough the collaboration among partners. Forbes, has ranked us as number 3 in the nation,
Wow.
as one of the best states to start a business. So in Northwest Arkansas, you're seeing a lot of that, a lot of collaboration and just the dynamic industry, diversity in industry and in technology particularly.
Yeah.
So it's not just one industry, but it's a variety.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's about everything under the sun, really. So, Esperanza, always good to visit with
Yes,
you. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Roby.
All right, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. We're back with more right after this.